Hello guys, today we have Feng Chi, CEO of Genesis Crypto Fund, and Rongbin, partner at Genesis Fund. So, first of all guys, welcome to Moscow. Great pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Could you please introduce to our audience and tell a little bit about your previous experience, your background, and how did you start the fund?
Hello, my name is Feng Chi, and I'm CEO of the Genesis Group, and I work in the 36KR, seem like TechCrunch in the America. And I have my Bitcoin, the first Bitcoin in 2013, and maybe that it's not expensive that today, you know. And I'm very pleased to talk to the ICO jobs.
I'm Rongbin Li from Genesis Capital, and before crypto, I worked in a station-owned company in China, and I spent like 5 or 6 years in Africa doing the investment, very big infrastructure investment in Africa. So, and I have a degree background from both computer science and finance, so that's why I'm very fond of this blockchain thing. So that's why I entered this. And there's another story is that 7 years ago, when Feng Chi has his own startup, I was his angel investor. So we know each other quite well before like 7 years. So actually, when another 2 founders of the Genesis Capital want to have this venture capitalist in crypto, and they find Feng Chi, and Feng Chi called me. So we just started the Genesis Capital. So Genesis Capital mainly consists of 2 departments. One is Genesis Capital, one is Genesis Lab. And Genesis Capital mainly invests into some the world famous or very good technology-based projects. And the Genesis Lab is an incubator. So we want to incubating some of the most A+ projects in the world.
You know that now we are in quite tough bear market. So, taking into consideration this situation, can I ask you, what's your investment strategy right now? Have you adjusted it to these market conditions? Has it changed since the beginning of the year, for example?
I think we changed the strategy at the beginning of the year. So we just want us to be a very, boutique investment funds. So we only, just like last year is not the real market, it's just a bubble, right? So actually last year we invested into a lot of projects, and sure, it gives us back very good profit, but we don't think that it is real, it is the normal thing. So actually at the beginning of this year, we decided to focus, very focus on only A+, very good projects. So that's why we spent a lot of time, like months, to help the invested projects, the projects we invested in, to help them to become to help them to revise the strategies of worldwide community building, relationships to the exchanges, like the other PR strategy, and especially we are good at designing token model, designing token economies. So that's why we helped a lot of projects we invested in, help them to design their own token economy. Yeah, that's our strategy today, is to focus. Yeah.
Great. And what is your opinion about the whole situation with the token sales and ICOs right now? I mean, there are some quite radical opinions that ICO did not succeed to prove that this is a legit way of raising funds, and this is a legit model for investors. And many people think that that was just a bubble that is going to burst and never happen again. What's your vision? Are you waiting for the next wave of interest to ICOs as a fundraising mechanism? Are you waiting for the next wave of growth in ICO market?
Because I'm a very strong believer in blockchain and decentralization, so actually I think ICO is the best way to raise money, because everybody is equal, everybody gets the same chance to invest into some good projects. And I think the main reason why this bearish market has happened is that the utility tokens. We cannot find a way just to use it in real, or use it in reality. So actually, all the utility tokens we issued, like the ICO, all the projects we issued, are only just a thing to get trading, to be traded. So I think the next wave will come back if we just find a way of the real usage of the tokens. So actually, I'm hoping that, and we are expecting that to come back. We are strong believers in ICOs. So it's the market should be like I would call it the real market. I will not call it the bearish market. So yeah, the real market should be like this. It should be like not that the assets in the bullish market is like that high. So everybody just rushing to this industry, do not find value, but to to get money, just to get money. They don't know how it works just behind all this money. They don't know the technology. They don't know the token economics. They don't know even the basic philosophy of decentralization. So actually, I think that is not a normal thing, but this one is a normal thing. So I think we are kind of familiar with that, with this normal real market, and we're expecting the bullish market to coming back maybe in a year. So I think now is the perfect time for us to find some real assets, some real good projects, and have to build overseas communities. So it's a real good thing to do in the bearish market. Yeah.
Everyone is very busy, but today we have more time to chat with our project and help them to get community, and we can find who is real to do the right thing, and I think it's the good time to investment now, because more the good project is come to the market, and we can have a good price, so maybe I like this time more than bullish market,
And what is your opinion about STOs? There's a raising attention to STOs during the last months, I think, and many people think that they might become a driver for the next wave of growth in crypto market. What is your opinion?
I think STO is not blockchain, and I think it maybe can help old money into the market, into the blockchain market. That's all.
So from my point of view, STO is only just a way of financing. It's not decentralized, and it has to be under the regulation from the government. So like the same idea, it's not blockchain. It's not decentralized. So, but I think the only thing that benefits from STO is that you can have some real assets. For example, your house, for example, your real assets in the real world to come tokenize it. So become tokens, and then you can trade it. But the whole economic model of STO and ICO is different. So STO, you have to have real assets, you have to have your cash flow, you have to be profitable to get your security tokens price. But in ICO, it's like, for example, Bitcoin or Ethereum, they don't have their basic value, right? They don't have the basic value or EOS. But you can just, open up a new market, a new, how can I say, I would say parallel world to the like a parallel universe to the real world. So actually, the parallel universe, you need some real good token economy to help you to, support the price of the tokens. But in STO, you have this support in real life. You have the cash flow, you have the profit. So actually, I think it's two different things, and it cannot be combined together.
I was quite surprised with your answer. So does that mean that Genesis as a fund is not going to use STO mechanisms?
Yeah, actually we are watching closely, and we're learning a lot. And and then we're organizing some people to discuss together about STO, and we invest into some of the STO platforms, for example, SharePost. So, but we still believe that it is another world. It's another way. So it cannot bring any any good thing for the ICO market. It's different things. So maybe that will be another way of like traditional venture capitalists, very traditional way. So we're looking at it, but I think our main focus will not be STO.
If you have a project in SEO named Banana Coin, you will, but in STO, Banana Coin is very good project,
Yeah, because it has assets.
Yeah, and in fact, I think stay foolish and stay hungry is most important to us, and so we will study about STO, and maybe it's another way to help blockchain be health.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And speaking about your business development strategy, are you trying to concentrate on China and Asian markets, or are you trying to expand globally? What's your strategy in this aspect?
We have a vision, and we want to find next Bitcoin or next ETH. Okay. So how we find it? We need to more close in the top project, and we need good branding, and we need to provide more thing to the project development.
And for globalization, I have some ideas. Is that because blockchain is without borders, so blockchain is like international. For example, like last night, so when we are together, at this meetup, so we're speaking like 6 languages during the dinner. So actually, that is very interesting, because in the how can I say, internet or traditional venture capitalists, you cannot see a thing like that. So I think we're gonna go globalization, and our main focus is on it's in Asia. But we want to, like he just mentioned, we want to find the top, very top projects. And I think some of the top projects are from like globally. So we're starting to, opening some branches overseas rather than China.
Okay, as soon as we are discussing projects, could you please tell a little bit about your current portfolio and what projects are you supporting right now?
I mean the size of the token funds, the funds?
Both the size, if you don't want to tell the exact size, it's no problem, yeah, but I mostly would like to know about the projects you are supporting right now.
Okay, so right now I think MultiVAC, Blockcloud, ARPA, and Marlin, and also some of the ANKR, yeah, and Bgogo. Yeah, because we are super node of Bgogo, right? So we are helping, and helping them to establish some of the ecosystem. Yeah, and for the size of our investment, I think it's 500 ETH, 500 ETH, but the price is a little bit too different. So we just use this kind of 500 ETH just in the bullish market. Yeah, and also now, so because we believe in cryptocurrency, so that's why we calculate our investment in cryptocurrency, not in fiat currency.
Sure, and as long as you've mentioned that you provide the help to projects after the ICO itself, after the funds are already raised, what services do you provide? What this help include?
Okay. Just to mention a few, we have our own incubated PR agency. So this one he's very good at, the agency is very good at both PR and blockchain. So he will help our projects to do the global PR, like public relationship, and we have very good connections with all the exchanges. So we will introduce projects to the exchanges. And then I think the basic one or the major one is to help him to to revise some of the how can I say, pace of ICOs or pace of the whole thing, whole PR, whole secondary market, those kind of stuff. So actually, that is only one thing we do after the investment. But before the investment, we already did a lot of revise in the white paper, like design for the token economy. For example, Blockcloud, we just helped them to write down all the token economy for the project, and yeah, because we are both from different background, and Mr. Feng is more kind of like good at PR and good at networking and resources, and me is more kind of like a researcher and more like an economic person. So we just joining together to help the projects.
Being a successful crypto fund, successful investors and experienced investors, are there some kind of maybe tips or advices you can give to our audience in this quite tough market situation?
The first, maybe you need read white paper more careful. Yeah, and the second, I think you need to talk with the team and face to face. You can read some more detailed information, and we have a model about investment named GetBTC plus 3W. 3W means value, value, blockchain. I think in this market, team is very, very important to help project to be successful, because it's a startup company plus public company.
My first advice is that do not be too crazy about the technology, because blockchain is for use, it's for real life use. So maybe someone is very crazy about crazy about those fancy technologies. I use a word of proof of whatever you like, because nowadays a lot of projects just write down some of the very fancy technology, but they don't have enough support for this. So one thing is that do not become too crazy about technology. You have to find a real good economic model, the usage, the real use case for the blockchain world. And another thing that Feng Chi just mentioned, that our strategy of judging a project is called Get BTC. Like Get BTC means G means governance, and E means token economy, and T means team, and the BTC each means that B means business model, and the T means technology, and C means community. So we have this matrix. And every project coming in, we have this analyzing team to use this matrix to give the score of each of the project. So actually, I think you need more, how can I say, so people, you cannot just throw your investments even if the projects only have one advantage. For example, like before, if the team is very good or it has a very strong advisor, you can just invest. Right? But now you have to be like all the things are all good from the sixth perspective, like governance, token economy, team, business model, technology, and community. So all of them must be good together. So you can just invest, not only one or two things. So like before in the bullish market, people just invest into something just because it has good technology or it has good advisors or it is some of the big names who just become the advisory board. So I think that will not happen again.
Could you please tell a little bit about your methodology of finding and evaluating new projects to invest in? Do you have some special algorithms? How does it work inside your team?
We have very good connections with the traditional VCs, like all the venture capitalists back in China. So actually they have a lot of good portfolio and very good people, very good team, and they want to use blockchain to just change what they're doing before. So I think that kind of things may be the one of the source of our projects. For example, MultiVAC and Blockcloud, they all have their equity, companies, and those equity companies are successful before the blockchain industry. So actually, we connected to those venture capitalists, and they will throw a list of what they invested in and what is the best team, what is the best company, and we just talk to the team like, do you have any ideas? A blockchain can change the way of your business. So if we can start together and we can just believe that blockchains can really have an impact on their businesses, we will do that. So that's the main resources are incubating projects coming. So for the investing projects, I think maybe ICO jobs is one of our resources, right? So yeah, and another one is that we have a partner, not partner, we have an investment manager in America, in Silicon Valley, and Silicon Valley is I think it's still the hottest spot in the blockchain industry. So we have the information every day from him, from America to China. That's why we can fund this, good projects.
The good people will surround all good people, more about people and VC and some token fund. In fact, and we very careful our branding among more inbound information.
Okay, guys, in the end of the interview, is there something you want to add, or maybe to wish to ICO Jobs community?
Welcome to China.
Yeah, also welcome to China, and hopefully the bullish market will come soon. Yeah, maybe we can just together, ICO Jobs, the community, and Genesis Capital, we will investing to some, together investing to some world-class projects and make money, get BTC. Yeah, get BTC together.
And I think blockchain is a global thing, we have a chance to get together to build a new beautiful world.
Yes.
Thanks a lot for the interview, guys. I hope it will be really insightful for our audience, and welcome to Moscow. Enjoy your trip.
Yeah, okay, welcome to Beijing.